Welcome to Scotland. Scotland is a land where history and myth intertwine, where the echoes of ancient battles still whisper through the ruins of mighty castles, and where the breathtaking beauty of nature leaves visitors spellbound. How well do you know Scotland? What is the national flower of Scotland? Have you ever dreamed of wandering through misty Highlands, exploring medieval fortresses, or searching for legendary creatures in deep, mysterious lochs? If so, then your adventure begins now. Before we dive into this incredible journey, make sure to subscribe to our channel and check out the link in the video description for exclusive deals on cheap flights and accommodations for your Scotland adventure. Now let's embark on a journey through the wonders of Scotland. Isle of Skye. Welcome to the Isle of Skye, Scotland's crown jewel and one of the most breathtaking destinations in the world. Nestled off the west coast of Scotland, this rugged island is the largest of the Inner Hebrides, stretching approximately 50 miles in length. Known for its dramatic cliffs, rolling hills, and mist-covered peaks, Skye is a paradise for nature lovers and adventure seekers alike. Connected to the mainland by the Skye Bridge, the island offers easy access, yet it retains a sense of mystical isolation, as if frozen in time. With its ever-changing weather, from golden sunlight breaking through the clouds to sudden misty rains that cast a spell over the landscape, Skye truly embodies Scotland's wild and untamed beauty. Beyond its breathtaking scenery, Skye is steeped in history and culture, deeply intertwined with Scotland's Gaelic heritage. This island was once the battleground of fierce clan rivalries, including the MacLeods and the MacDonalds, whose ancient castles still stand as silent witnesses to a turbulent past. Gaelic, the island's native language, is still spoken by many locals, preserving the essence of Scotland's traditional identity. Folklore and legends are an integral part of Skye's soul, with tales of fairies, selkies, and warriors passed down through generations. Every corner of the island whispers stories of the past, from Viking invasions to the legendary escape of Bonnie Prince Charlie, who fled here after the failed Jacobite uprising. Skye is also home to a thriving arts and music scene. Traditional Scottish music can be heard in local pubs, where the soulful melodies of the fiddle and bagpipes bring the island's history to life. Art galleries and craft shops showcase the work of talented local artists, reflecting the deep connection between Skye's people and its dramatic landscapes. No visit to the Isle of Skye is complete without a journey to the fairy pools, a series of crystal-clear blue waterfalls nestled at the foot of the Black Cuillin Mountains. This magical spot, located near Glencoe, is renowned for its ethereal beauty, with waters so pristine they appear almost unreal. The pools get their name from the island's deep-rooted fairy folklore, and stepping into this enchanting setting feels like entering a mythical realm. A short yet rewarding hike leads visitors through winding trails, crossing stepping stones over glistening streams. The pools, fed by fresh mountain water, are popular for wild swimming, though be prepared for an icy dip as the water remains freezing year-round. Photographers and nature lovers will find endless inspiration in this unspoiled paradise, with its vibrant hues and dramatic backdrop of towering peaks. Whether you choose to wade into the waters or simply soak in the views, the fairy pools leave an unforgettable impression, a place where nature and legend intertwine seamlessly. After a day of exploring, there is no better way to experience Skye's culinary delights than by indulging in its world-renowned seafood. The island is famous for its fresh oysters, scallops, and langoustines, harvested from the cold Atlantic waters. One of the best places to enjoy a seafood feast is the Three Chimneys, an award-winning restaurant that serves exquisite dishes using locally sourced ingredients. Pair your meal with Skye's famous whiskey, distilled at the historic Talisker Distillery, the oldest working distillery on the island. The Isle of Skye is more than just a destination. It's an experience that lingers in your heart long after you leave. From its wild landscapes and ancient history to its legendary fairy pools and exquisite seafood, every moment spent here is one of discovery and wonder. As you explore its misty valleys and towering cliffs, you might find yourself lost in the magic of Skye, a place where nature and myth coexist in perfect harmony. Glasgow. Glasgow, Scotland's largest city and one of the most dynamic cultural hubs in the UK. Situated in the west-central lowlands of Scotland, Glasgow rests along the banks of the River Clyde, a waterway that played a crucial role in the city's historical rise as an industrial and maritime powerhouse. With a population of over 600,000, it is the beating heart of Scottish commerce, education, and entertainment. Unlike Edinburgh's medieval charm, Glasgow boasts a blend of Victorian grandeur, modern architecture, and a vibrant arts scene. Its strategic location makes it a gateway to Scotland's breathtaking Highlands and Islands, with easy access to places like Loch Lomond and the Isle of Arran. Despite its reputation for unpredictable weather, ranging from misty mornings to sudden bursts of sunshine, Glasgow's warmth comes from its people, famously known for their humour and friendliness. Glasgow's history is a story of transformation. Originally a small medieval settlement, it expanded into a significant trading port during the 18th and 19th centuries, thriving on shipbuilding, textiles, and engineering. The Industrial Revolution cemented Glasgow's status as one of the most important cities in the British Empire. However, when industries declined in the 20th century, the city reinvented itself as a centre for arts, music, and education. Today, Glasgow is known for its world-class museums, universities, and a thriving creative scene. The city was designated European City of Culture in 1990, a title that helped shape its identity as a hub for music, theatre, and contemporary art. Street murals, independent galleries, and iconic concert venues like the Barrowland Ballroom and King Tut's Wah Wah Hut have made Glasgow an essential stop for musicians worldwide. The city also boasts one of the best nightlife scenes in the UK, with lively bars, traditional pubs, and cutting-edge restaurants offering something for everyone. No visit to Glasgow is complete without stepping inside the awe-inspiring Glasgow Cathedral. Located in the heart of the city, this magnificent medieval structure is one of Scotland's most treasured landmarks, standing tall since the 12th century. It is the only mainland Scottish cathedral to survive the Reformation intact, making it a rare and precious piece of the country's religious heritage. As you enter, you will be captivated by the soaring Gothic arches, intricate stained glass windows, and the tranquil atmosphere that transports you back in time. The cathedral is also home to the tomb of Saint Mungo, Glasgow's patron saint, whose legacy is deeply woven into the city's identity. The surrounding necropolis, a grand Victorian cemetery perched on a hill, offers breathtaking views of the city skyline, making it a must-visit spot for history enthusiasts and photographers alike. Glasgow's culinary scene is a unique mix of traditional Scottish flavours and international influences. One of the city's most infamous dishes is the deep-fried Mars bar, a quirky yet beloved snack, where a chocolate bar is dipped in batter and fried to crispy perfection. It may not be the healthiest choice, but it's an experience that every visitor should try at least once. Glasgow is a city that buzzes with life, history, and creativity. From the industrial past that shaped its character to the vibrant arts and music scene that defines it today, Glasgow offers visitors a unique and unforgettable experience. Whether you're exploring the grandeur of Glasgow Cathedral, indulging in quirky Scottish cuisine, or immersing yourself in the city's electric nightlife, every moment in Glasgow leaves a lasting impression. Glencoe. Glencoe, one of the most breathtaking and dramatic landscapes in all of Scotland. Located in the Scottish Highlands, roughly 16 miles south of Fort William, Glencoe is a deep, glacial valley surrounded by towering mountains, steep cliffs, and cascading waterfalls. Carved by ancient volcanic activity and shaped by Ice Age glaciers, this rugged terrain offers some of the most awe-inspiring scenery in the country. The valley is a paradise for hikers, photographers, and nature lovers, with its mystical, mist-covered peaks, serene lochs, and endless green slopes. The main road, the A82, runs directly through Glencoe, making it one of the most scenic drives in the world. Whether you're visiting in the summer, when the hills glow green, or in winter, when snow caps the mountains, Glencoe never fails to mesmerize. Beyond its natural beauty, Glencoe carries a deep, haunting history that still echoes through the valley. This land is forever linked to one of Scotland's most infamous events, the Massacre of Glencoe. In 1692, under orders from the British government, the MacDonald clan of Glencoe was betrayed and slaughtered by government soldiers who had accepted their hospitality. The attack came after the MacDonalds were accused of being too slow to pledge allegiance to King William III. On a freezing February morning, soldiers who had been living among the clan suddenly turned on them, killing 38 men, women, and children. Many more perished in the harsh winter as they fled into the mountains. This tragedy left a lasting scar on the Highland way of life, and even today, Glencoe is often referred to as the Weeping Glen. Despite its sorrowful past, the valley has become a symbol of resilience, Highland pride, and Scotland's enduring spirit. One of the most iconic sights in Glencoe is the Three Sisters, a trio of majestic mountain ridges that dominate the landscape. These towering peaks, Bain Fada, Gia Ionach, and Ionach Dubh, are part of the Badian Nambian mountain range and are a favorite among climbers and photographers. Standing before the Three Sisters, you'll feel an overwhelming sense of scale, as if nature itself is telling a grand tale of time and power. The peaks change appearance depending on the weather, sometimes shrouded in mist, other times glowing under golden sunlight. A short hike from the roadside viewpoint takes you deeper into the glen, where you can explore Hidden Valley, Quire Gabhale, a secluded grassy plateau once used by the MacDonalds to hide cattle from raiders. Walking through this landscape, it's easy to imagine the history and legends woven into the very rocks beneath your feet. After a day of exploring, there's nothing better than sitting down to a traditional Scottish Highlands meal. One of Glencoe's most famous dishes is Scottish venison, sourced from wild red deer that roam the glens. This tender, flavorful meat is often served with root vegetables and a rich whiskey sauce, offering a true taste of the Highlands. Glencoe is more than just a destination. It's a place that awakens the soul, blending breathtaking landscapes with a history that demands to be remembered. From its towering Three Sisters to its tragic past, every step through Glencoe feels like stepping into a timeless Scottish legend. Whether you come to hike, take in the stunning views, or immerse yourself in the Highland spirit, Glencoe promises an unforgettable experience. Edinburgh. Edinburgh, the breathtaking capital of Scotland and one of the most enchanting cities in the world. Located in the southeast of Scotland, along the shores of the Firth of Forth, this historic city is built on 7 hills, offering spectacular views from every corner. Edinburgh is a city of contrasts, where medieval alleyways weave through a landscape of grand Georgian architecture, and ancient volcanic rock forms the foundation of the city's most famous landmarks. As Scotland's political, cultural, and artistic hub, Edinburgh attracts millions of visitors each year, drawn by its stunning scenery, rich history, and vibrant festivals. The city is divided into 2 main areas: the Old Town, with its medieval charm and winding streets, and the New Town, a masterpiece of 18th century urban design. Whether you're standing atop Arthur's Seat, the extinct volcano that watches over the city, or strolling down the historic Royal Mile, every step in Edinburgh feels like a journey through time. Edinburgh's history is as dramatic as its landscape. The city's origins trace back to the Iron Age, but it rose to prominence in the 12th century as the heart of the Scottish monarchy. Over the centuries, Edinburgh has witnessed wars, royal intrigue, and enlightenment, playing a key role in shaping Scotland's identity. During the 16th and 17th centuries, the city was a center of political power and rebellion, with figures like Mary, Queen of Scots, and Bonnie Prince Charlie leaving their mark. In the 18th century, Edinburgh became the intellectual heart of Europe during the Scottish Enlightenment, home to great minds like David Hume and Adam Smith. Today, it continues to thrive as a global center of education, literature, and the arts. One of the most fascinating aspects of Edinburgh is its haunting legends and ghostly past. Beneath the city streets lies a network of hidden vaults and underground passageways, remnants of a darker time when plague victims and criminals sought refuge in the shadows. For those who love mystery, Edinburgh's ghost tours offer a chilling glimpse into the city's supernatural side. No visit to Edinburgh is complete without stepping through the gates of the iconic Edinburgh Castle. Perched atop Castle Rock, a 700-million-year-old volcanic formation, this fortress dominates the city skyline and offers breathtaking panoramic views. As Scotland's most visited attraction, the castle holds centuries of history within its stone walls. It was once home to Scottish kings and queens, including Mary, Queen of Scots, who gave birth to King James VI here. Inside, you'll find the crown jewels of Scotland, the legendary Stone of Destiny, and the haunting dungeons where prisoners of war were once held. Every day, except Sundays, the 1 o'clock gun fires from the castle ramparts, a tradition dating back to 1861. Whether you're a history lover or simply seeking an unforgettable view, Edinburgh Castle is a must-see, standing as a proud symbol of Scotland's past and present. After a day of exploring, it's time to experience Scotland's most famous dish, haggis. This traditional meal, made from sheep's heart, liver and lungs, mixed with oats, onions and spices, may sound unusual, but it's bursting with flavour. Typically served with neeps and tatties, mashed turnips and potatoes, and a rich whiskey sauce, haggis is a true Scottish delicacy. You can find it in almost every restaurant in Edinburgh, but for an authentic experience, try the Scotch Whisky Experience or the Royal McGregor on the Royal Mile. Edinburgh is a city that captures the imagination. From the ancient halls of Edinburgh Castle to the hidden underground vaults, every street, alleyway, and monument tells a story of history, legend, and resilience. Whether you're tasting traditional haggis, climbing Arthur's Seat, or discovering the city's literary heritage through the works of Sir Walter Scott and J.K. Rowling, there's something in Edinburgh for everyone. Highland Way. West Highland Way, Scotland's most famous long-distance walking route, stretching 96 miles, 154 kilometres, from Milngavie, just outside Glasgow, to Fort William in the Scottish Highlands. This breathtaking trail takes you through rolling lowlands, rugged mountains, tranquil lochs, and ancient woodlands, offering an ever-changing landscape that captures the heart of every traveller. The journey begins in the gentle farmlands of the lowlands, winds through the scenic beauty of Loch Lomond and the Trossachs National Park, and finally ascends into the wild and remote Highlands, where towering peaks and dramatic valleys dominate the landscape. The West Highland Way is not just a hike, it's an immersive experience into the very soul of Scotland. Walking the West Highland Way is like stepping back in time, as the trail follows ancient cattle drovers' routes, military roads, and medieval trade paths. These trails were once used by Highland clans, kings, and outlaws, each leaving their mark on the land. The most notable historical connection is the Jacobite uprisings of the 18th century, when Scottish Highlanders fought to restore their exiled king. The route passes through areas where Clan MacGregor and Clan Campbell once battled for dominance, and many villages along the way still carry the echoes of this turbulent past. Today, the West Highland Way is a pilgrimage for hikers, nature lovers, and adventurers from around the world. The path offers a deep sense of Highland hospitality, with welcoming inns, local pubs, and small villages where travellers can rest, share stories, and embrace Scotland's warm and friendly culture. One of the most hauntingly beautiful and iconic sections of the West Highland Way is Rannoch Moor, an expansive wilderness stretching for miles across boggy peatlands and rolling heather-covered hills. This remote landscape is one of the last true wilderness areas in Europe, where the only sounds are the whispers of the wind and the distant calls of curlews. As you cross this desolate yet mesmerizing terrain, you'll feel an overwhelming connection to nature. The moor is often shrouded in mist, giving it a mystical atmosphere, and the ever-changing light creates a painter's dream, shifting from deep purples and greens to golden hues under the sun. This is also one of the most challenging yet rewarding parts of the journey. With no shelter for miles, hikers must be prepared for sudden changes in weather, from bright sunshine to rain showers in an instant. But for those who brave the trail, the rewards are unforgettable, a feeling of solitude, reflection, and a true sense of Scotland's wild heart. After a long day on the trail, there's nothing better than refueling with a hearty Highland meal. One of the most iconic dishes you'll find along the West Highland Way is cullen skink, a rich and creamy smoked haddock soup made with potatoes, onions, and milk. It's a warm, comforting dish that has been a staple in Scotland for generations. The West Highland Way is more than just a hiking trail. It's an adventure that stays with you forever. From the lush woodlands of Loch Lomond to the wild beauty of Rannoch Moor and the towering peaks of Ben Nevis, every step along the way tells a story of Scotland's history, nature, and culture. Loch Lomond. Welcome to Loch Lomond, one of Scotland's most breathtaking and cherished natural wonders. Nestled within Loch Lomond and the Trossachs National Park, this vast freshwater loch stretches approximately 24 miles, 39 kilometers in length, making it the largest inland lake in Great Britain by surface area. Surrounded by rolling hills, dense forests, and towering mountains, Loch Lomond offers an escape into the heart of Scotland's unspoiled beauty. Located just an hour's drive from Glasgow, the loch serves as a gateway to the Scottish Highlands, providing visitors with a mix of tranquil waters, outdoor adventures, and charming villages. Whether you wish to hike its scenic trails, cruise along its shimmering surface, or simply relax and take in the views, Loch Lomond has something for everyone. Loch Lomond is more than just a beautiful landscape. It is a place steeped in Scottish history, folklore, and cultural pride. For centuries, this loch has been at the heart of Highland clan conflicts, particularly between the MacGregors and the Colquhouns. The infamous outlaw Rob Roy MacGregor, Scotland's own Robin Hood, once roamed these lands, hiding in the rugged hills and fighting for his family's name. The loch has also inspired some of Scotland's most beloved poetry and music, including the world-famous folk song, The Bonnie Banks o' Loch Lomond. This melancholic tune, written in the 18th century, speaks of love, longing, and the return to Scotland's beloved landscapes. If you listen closely while standing on the loch's shores, you might just hear the echoes of history in the gentle lapping of the water. One of the most famous landmarks overlooking Loch Lomond is Ben Lomond, Scotland's most southerly Munro, mountain over 3,000 feet, 914 meters. Rising majestically to a height of 3,196 feet, 974 meters, Ben Lomond offers a stunning panoramic view over the loch and its surrounding landscape. For hikers and adventurers, the ascent up Ben Lomond is an unforgettable experience. The main trail, beginning at Roedennen, offers a gradual climb that rewards visitors with breathtaking views at every turn. On clear days, the summit provides a sweeping vista over the loch, with the Highland peaks stretching beyond the horizon. Even for those who choose not to climb, the sight of Ben Lomond's mighty silhouette standing over Loch Lomond is a spectacle to behold. After a day of exploring, there is no better way to unwind than with Scotland's finest food and drink. One of the most famous dishes in the Loch Lomond region is fresh Scottish salmon, sourced directly from the loch's pure waters and the surrounding rivers. This dish is typically grilled or smoked, served with locally grown vegetables and a drizzle of whiskey-infused sauce, highlighting Scotland's deep-rooted connection to its natural resources. Loch Lomond is a place of serenity, history, and adventure. Whether you are sailing across its still waters, standing atop Ben Lomond, or enjoying a fine Highland whiskey, every moment spent here is a reminder of Scotland's unparalleled beauty and deep heritage. Dunnottar Castle. Dunnottar Castle, one of Scotland's most dramatic and breathtaking historical sites. Perched atop a rugged clifftop along the northeastern coast of Scotland, this ruined fortress overlooks the North Sea, offering stunning panoramic views of rolling waves, jagged cliffs, and endless sky. Located just 2 miles south of Stonehaven in Aberdeenshire, Dunnottar Castle is surrounded by steep cliffs on 3 sides, making it one of the most naturally defensible locations in Scotland. The only way to reach the castle is by descending a steep set of stone steps and crossing a narrow land bridge, adding to the thrill and mystery of this ancient stronghold. Whether you visit on a bright summer's day or when the mist rolls in from the sea, Dunnottar's haunting beauty leaves an unforgettable impression. Dunnottar Castle is steeped in history, war, and legend, standing as a symbol of Scotland's resilience and defiance. Its origins date back over 1,400 years, with early Christian missionaries, including Saint Ninian, said to have settled here in the 5th century. However, it was in the medieval period that the castle became a strategic fortress of the powerful Clan Keith, who controlled it for centuries. One of the most significant moments in Dunnottar's history came in 1651, when the castle played a crucial role in protecting the Scottish crown jewels, also known as the Honours of Scotland. During Oliver Cromwell's invasion of Scotland, English forces besieged the castle for 8 months, attempting to seize the royal regalia. However, in an extraordinary act of bravery, the jewels were secretly smuggled out by local women and hidden until Scotland was free again. Beyond its military significance, Dunnottar Castle has also been visited by William Wallace, Mary, Queen of Scots, and King Charles II, each adding to the castle's rich and storied past. Today, its ruins stand as a powerful reminder of Scotland's medieval heritage and fierce independence. One of the most chilling and historically significant parts of Dunnottar Castle is the Whig's Vault, a dark and eerie chamber where 167 Covenanters, men and women who refused to abandon their Presbyterian faith, were imprisoned in 1685. These individuals were locked in a small, airless dungeon, suffering from starvation, disease, and exposure. Some managed to escape, while others perished within the stone walls. Those who survived were eventually deported to the West Indies, many dying at sea. Today, as you step inside this dimly lit vault, you can still feel the echoes of Scotland's brutal religious conflicts, a haunting reminder of the sacrifices made in the fight for freedom. After a journey through the castle's history, it's time to experience Aberdeenshire's culinary delights. One of the most famous traditional dishes from this region is Cullen skink, a thick and creamy soup made from smoked haddock, potatoes, and onions. It's a hearty, warming dish, perfect after a breezy walk along the castle's coastal cliffs. Dunnottar Castle is a place where history, legend, and nature intertwine, standing defiantly against the test of time. From its breathtaking cliffside location to its role in Scotland's battles, betrayals, and triumphs, this fortress holds stories that continue to captivate visitors from around the world. Isle of Harris. Welcome to the Isle of Harris, one of Scotland's most breathtaking and unspoiled destinations. Nestled in the Outer Hebrides, Harris forms the southern part of the island of Lewis and Harris, which together create the largest island in Scotland. Separated by a narrow strip of land, Harris is known for its rugged mountains, pristine beaches, and dramatic coastlines. Unlike many expect, Harris is not an independent island, but part of the same landmass as Lewis. However, the landscapes of the two areas are vastly different. While Lewis is flatter with peat bogs and moorlands, Harris is more mountainous, with peaks rising to over 2,600 feet, offering some of the most spectacular scenery in the Hebrides. Harris is famous for its stunning beaches, particularly those on the west coast, where turquoise waters and white sands rival even the Caribbean. Harris is not only defined by its natural beauty, but also by its rich cultural heritage and deep-rooted traditions. The island is part of the Gaelic-speaking heartland of Scotland, where the ancient Gaelic language and traditions remain strong. Many locals still speak Gaelic as their first language, keeping the island's cultural identity alive. One of the most famous contributions of Harris to the world is Harris tweed, a hand-woven fabric that has been produced here for centuries. This luxurious wool is dyed, spun, and woven by local artisans in their homes, maintaining a tradition protected by law. Only tweed made on the island using traditional methods can be officially labelled as Harris tweed, making it one of the most authentic Scottish products you can buy. The island's history is also marked by the clearances of the 18th and 19th centuries, when many residents were forced from their lands to make way for sheep farming. Despite these hardships, the people of Harris have preserved their traditions, and today, the island thrives on tourism, fishing, and craft industries, offering visitors a true taste of Scottish island life. No visit to Harris is complete without experiencing Luscantire Beach, one of the most beautiful beaches in the world. Located on the west coast, this breathtaking stretch of sand is famous for its powder-white shores and crystal-clear turquoise waters, which change color depending on the light and weather. Walking along Luscantire Beach feels like stepping into a dream. With endless views of the Atlantic, rolling sand dunes, and the distant hills of North Harris, this is a place where you can truly feel at peace. Despite its tropical appearance, the beach remains a wild and untamed Scottish landscape, with strong winds, dramatic skies, and the occasional sight of wild ponies grazing nearby. For photographers, this is one of the most iconic locations in Scotland, offering spectacular views in every direction. Whether you visit at sunrise, when the first light reflects off the waves, or at sunset, when the sky turns golden over the Hebrides, Luscantire Beach will leave an unforgettable impression. After a day of exploring, nothing beats enjoying some of the island's freshest seafood. Harris is known for its world-class shellfish, including hand-dived scallops, langoustines, and crab, all sourced from the pure Atlantic waters surrounding the island. One of the best ways to experience this is by visiting a local seafood shack or restaurant, where dishes are cooked simply to let the flavors shine. The Isle of Harris is a destination like no other, offering a perfect blend of wild landscapes, rich culture, and warm hospitality. Whether you're walking along Luscantire Beach, admiring the craftsmanship of Harris tweed, or savoring the flavors of fresh seafood and Harris gin, every moment on this island is a step into Scotland's soul. Scotland is a land of legends, adventure, and timeless beauty. Whether you're drawn to its ancient castles, rugged landscapes, or rich history, this is a place that will leave an indelible mark on your heart. Have you been to Scotland? What's your dream destination here? Let us know in the comments. Before you go, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and check out the links below for exclusive travel deals and accommodations for your next Scottish adventure. Safe travels, and may your journey through Scotland be filled with wonder and discovery.